Thank you, Dario and Alex. Bit of a trip down memory lane there. I first met Alex back in 2012 at the GSMA, and I believe that was the year that I met our next guest, Catherine Maguire, Senior Account Manager from mGage. Good morning, Catherine. I think you might be on mute. In fact, I can see that you are.
Oh, I was. Sorry. Rookie error there. How are you? Long time no speak.
No, yeah, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Right, we'll catch up on another day because I know we've got lots of stuff to get through, and I've got production saying, right, get on with it and stop yapping. So I will. I'll try my very best. But great to speak to you, and thanks for joining us today. I, for one, was really excited. I know we spoke a couple of months ago, and we weren't sure if this was going to be ready in time, for this event, but we're all really excited to hear the Oxfam use case that you're going to talk around RCS. Obviously, you and I worked on RCS from not quite the beginning, but a long time ago, and obviously it's been a great journey. It's funny to see Alex's slides there about Join. I was trying to think, what was it called? And it's been a huge journey, but to start to see the evolution of it come good at the moment is terrific. And I know we've got a shorter version of your longer video, which I think is available in your virtual booth. So don't go now, please, but wait until afterwards. But yeah, what can you tell us about the background behind this sort of use case and the initiative?
Sure, Ian. Well, basically, obviously, it's been very gratifying for me because, sorry, I'm getting a lot of feedback on the line. Are you hearing that, or is that all right? Oh, I think it's okay.
No, very well.
Okay, so it's been very gratifying for me, obviously, because RCS has been sort of my bread and butter for the time we worked together in GSMA. So always what we wanted to see then was big brands really utilize the technology and garner results. And obviously, I moved to mGage from GSMA about a year ago and became the account manager for Oxfam. So I was able to sort of bring my wealth of experience from GSMA on what they could achieve through that, and they have achieved really great results. And I think you probably noticed, probably those working a message, I've noticed there's been quite a lot of media interest in what Oxfam have been able to achieve from this. So really, customers have engaged really strongly with the platform. We've been doing SMS with Oxfam for some years, but this technology, they were able to convert 3 times higher than any email campaign that they usually used. And they've got some really successful conversion rates on the platform compared to SMS. So it was something that we were able to look at and sort of utilize. Obviously, it's been a really hard year for charities with the pandemic, and we were able to sort of look at how customer engagement has changed, look at which campaigns were really relating to customers on an SMS perspective, and build out the carousels. So I think, from what we could see in the discussions I've had with Oxfam, what they really appreciated was the rich media. So it wasn't just obviously SMS with a link, go to our website and look at this campaign. They were able to directly see what they'd become through videos, etc., and the impact that their donation would make. So we're hoping that we'd be able to sort of run a few more campaigns and put some more variables in place with Oxfam in terms of things coming up in spring, summertime, and different campaigns that we're running, because being able to sort of donate with direct carrier billing was a massive thing for even think of yourself as a consumer. I can imagine if I got a text from, for example, Oxfam, I'd think, oh, I'll maybe look at that later. But being able to just do it all within the RCS experience was obviously a key driver in conversion rates, as people were just able to add, for example, £3 or £5 a month to their bill. And it's been a tough year for charities, and we were really happy at mGage to be able to help Oxfam bring this campaign to fruition. And we hope to be able to bring more results from different campaigns as the year goes on.
And we look forward to that. And look, I'm sorry, I know we're a little bit tight for time, but should we run the video and then we'll come back and talk some more?
Sure.
Let's get some Q&A. If any attendees have got any questions around this, that'd be great.
Oxfam's always looking for new ways to kind of engage with our supporters in new and interesting ways, and kind of cut through in a competitive charity market. And the RCS trial send that we did enabled us to do that.
This is a first for the industry. We've combined 2 services with a world-leading charity such as Oxfam, and it was the first time that the market's ever seen this, and the results have been great.
I say if you're a charity and you're looking for an innovative way to engage with your mobile audiences, I think RCS is definitely an avenue you should investigate, because we've seen some great results, and as well as financial, the engagement factor is completely a different ballgame.
I just genuinely believe that the evolution of mobile is continuing, and that's what we're seeing here. And I think you'll see more of it in different industries, and you'll certainly see it being adopted on other payment channels as well.
Yeah, that's great. As I said, that's a highly edited version of, I think, the 9 or 10 minute video, but it gives a flavour. And what I love about it is the sort of continuity. I was at O2 when I think we introduced text voting. You remember, for Big Brother, and then we started to look at charging. Having the charging element around premium SMS, and charities were actually in there at the beginning, because they were obviously always looking for different ways to attract funding. And charities, in many ways, are sort of leading the way, aren't they? In terms of, we haven't seen too many brand use cases around RCS. Obviously, we've had some, for a number of years now, but it's great to see people using it in a slightly different way.
Definitely, and I think this is such a case that's transferable to other big brands. Their donations is one thing, but there's many companies that deal with subscriptions, especially in the move to sort of online. And I'm even thinking of things like how we're engaging much more on digital platforms for things like our exercise and how we live our lives at the moment. I think we were hoping in mGage that we'll be able to bring this use case out and show what we've been able to do with the Oxfam for many more enterprises that we work alongside. I think I've had sort of good wealth of experience of looking at how this is rolled out in the US as well, from my time at GSMA, and how customers have used things like, or how brands have used RCS to engage with their customers. And direct carrier billing, donations and subscriptions is one use case of hundreds and hundreds. So I think we'll be happy to share with the industry any further progress that we make with Oxfam and other brands on RCS campaigns.
Well, I'll certainly hold you to that, because at MEF, where we've been having an ongoing discussion about how we create a sort of safe space for innovation, particularly around RCS and for brands. But perhaps we could start with charities. And I know one of my colleagues, Susan, is going to be putting together something around the charity space. So you guys should certainly speak on that.
Yeah.
So what's next for mGage? Obviously, we've got a couple of minutes left. What's next for mGage? You guys have been on the same journey everyone else has been. What's happening from the sort of corporate perspective?
Well, I'm sure most people on the call have heard of the fact we've been acquired by Calera in Italy.
Yeah.
We're seeing it as a really positive move. We're just hoping that we can increase our product suite and our reach globally. We're continuing to roll out RCS as one of our main products, and we really believe in it as a technology and the evolution of SMS. We are continuing to sort of push different innovative messaging solutions, Apple Business Chat, for example, and perhaps WhatsApp Business Messaging as well with our customers, just to make sure that we've got a really strong omni-channel approach for brands. And things are looking positive. We don't, as a mere foot soldier, I don't know too much about the acquisition at the minute, so I don't want to say too much. But as soon as I know, I'm sure Nick will let you all know when he's on the board with you at MEF, as our VP for Europe. But as far as we're concerned, we're happy and looking forward to working with Calera on rolling out RCS and other technologies.
Yeah, and obviously we're talking about RCS in this session, but it's important we're in an OTT world, and brands and their customers don't really care about the channel, do they? They want the message, they don't care about the technology. Mm-hmm. And one of the future MEF Connects events, which we're putting together for the second half of the year, is going to be around omnichannel. So we'd love to have you back for that and to talk some more about the evolution of this, and obviously all of the other stuff that you're doing around RCS, if that's possible.
Yeah, definitely. And I think from my perspective as someone who sort of looked at the world from both sides now and working very closely with enterprises on the mGage side and working very closely with operators, I mean, you're getting an elevator pitch with these brands on what RCS can achieve, and until that reach problem is sorted, and we get there, then it's going to be we're not going to see as many campaigns as we'd like. And I think it's just really important. I said this in GSMA when I was the engagement manager there, like if we see the reach, then the brands will come, because obviously it's such an amazing technology and it speaks for itself when we demo it. But it's just getting that coverage in the UK market and beyond is going to be the game changer, I think, for this year.
And I love the fact that you adapted that phrase from the Kevin Costner film. Brilliant. I'm going to use that.
I'm pleased to put that in my presentations.
Brilliant. Sorry, there was one more question I was going to ask you, and it's completely gone. So I'm going to not do that embarrassing 10-second silence. We're a little bit past time, but Catherine, thank you very much for
thank you so much.
sharing. That's a terrific initiative, and we really look forward to developments from the charity sector, obviously, and everything around RCS. But thanks very much for your time. We'll leave it there, and I'll pick up with everyone later on. Thanks again, Catherine.
Right, nice to see you, Ian. All the best.
Bye.
Bye-bye.